What up, yo? Recently, I got this comment asking how I can edit so fast on controller. So I'm gonna explain that along with beginner-friendly advice when approaching the building aspect of Fortnite. Now first, my settings. Okay, so I've had these bindings pretty much ever since I've looked up optimized bindings for controller. And for controller binding presets, we're on custom. And my bindings work best for me because I have back buttons. So if you don't have back buttons, these might be different for you. I have my sprint as my left stick. I have my A for jump, unfortunately. And then for your switch mode, when you first get Fortnite, if you find yourself editing and you have that little bar pop up, you need to come here and you need to unbind that button right now. And then scroll down until you come to your switch mode and then put B. And then go down to edit building and then bind that to Y. That one is a major one. How you can edit fast on controller is by unbinding your switch mode and your edit together and separating them on different buttons. You will fly. You don't have to use the buttons that I have here, but you can find your own and what works best for you. Now let's check my sensitivity. Now for this section, I play with a precision ring and a control freak, okay? So my settings are 100% gonna differ from yours, bro. So my edit hold time, obviously, all the way down. Slide hold time, all the way down, of course. I don't know what that is. I just have that on both. So I don't know what this is, but I have it right here and this works fine. So we're gonna just stick with that. Now my sensitivity, like I said, I have a precision ring and a control freak, so this is different for me than it is for you, considering most controller players out there are pretty good and they don't even need the accessories that I need. So but look at mine. My build sense is on 2.2 and then my edit mode is 3.4. You need to have a gap between these two, right? And then my horizontal and vertical, 41. That's kind of high, but I mean, I guess I've been practicing my aim, so I mean, it fluctuates for the amount of time that I play in the game. If I play a lot, dude, I get locked in on one sense, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep that, but it just depends on how much I play. So this right here, your horizontal and your vertical boost, that you can mess around with. And my ADS is 14%. I've done adjustments over time and I've come back to 14 a lot. Linear, expo. So I play linear. I used to play expo and I had a better aim on expo, but I was more not limited, but like when you play expo, dude, it just makes you, I don't even know how to say it, it makes your crosshair pull towards the edits like easier. With linear, your movement is kind of more free. Although expo is good, I feel like expo is good for like the beginner players, and like linear might be better for like the players that have been playing for a while, you know? That's just personal opinion. Aim assist, obviously all the way 100% because I'm controller, so that's what I do. Okay, dead zones, my right stick, I've messed around with that a lot. I've had a low dead zone before and now I'm at a high dead zone, and then everything else is just whatever. All right, now that we got the settings out the way, I need you to understand these core concepts of Fortnite because these are fundamental aspects of the game, and knowing these things will not only help you, but it's gonna make you better. All right, now listen. So you'll notice that by switching to edit mode, it makes your crosshair move really fast. So controlling your crosshair effectively will mitigate the stress mid-fight, which is why it's important to spend time training your crosshair, preferably in a 1v1 with a friend so that you can really isolate those key moments where you're flicking too fast or too slow, and then you jump into aim trainers. So you actually have a purpose for practicing. Having good crosshair leads to better aim, it leads to editing more efficiently, and it makes you a better fighter. So although you shouldn't work on it every day, you should definitely put some time into getting your crosshair down. Now, when it comes to edits, when I first started, I couldn't do any edits above the second tile, but that's okay because in this game, right-hand peaks give anyone the advantage. So until you're comfortable with making other edits, only do
How did he get that wall?
one tile edits, or don't even edit at all. Just place your builds and run around them strategically. Don't go too high, don't go too low, don't drop too far. Now, if you want to increase your edit speed, you need to do what I mentioned in the settings section earlier, but also you need to practice edit towers. Edit towers will help you time your edits easier. By tracking the time mid-tower on your way down, you should be sensing some sort of rhythm. Now, that rhythm is how you're gonna be editing in game. So start off very slow, very intentional, meaning you know exactly how hard you're pushing that edit button. Over time, your speed picks up and then you increase your sense. But like edit courses, I highly suggest you don't do those. Those maps, yeah, they have builds, but you didn't place them there. That means your rhythm gets thrown off, your timing gets thrown off. So yeah, just steer clear. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the building part. So I'm gonna explain this in the way that I understand it. So good luck. Just kidding. Okay, if you want to get good at building, you need to understand that being good doesn't mean that you don't choke edits or that you know how to do every retake in the game. It just means means you understand how to use your builds to your advantage. Building ties in your crosshair, your editing, and your movement, which is what everybody has to do. However, players that excel in any of these areas tend to see an overall increase in their skill. Now, I think we can all agree, excelling in all areas of Fortnite is exceptional. So if you're starting out or if you haven't mastered any of the core Fortnite elements, you probably should do that before you get to this part. Building combines everything that we talked about and requires repetition, meaning until you can make edits without panicking, you need to be free building for minutes on end every day. But while you're free building, you should be doing moves that you know or just trying not to miss any edits. This is crucial because if you're free building without a purpose, you're just burning daylight and you're still trying to get the hang of this. So learning new move after new move is only going to overwhelm you. So get the hang of what you know first, use that to develop your gameplay, get more experience, play creative more, but you can't give up though. Progress is a journey, not a destination. So go get it. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Good.